Good afternoon. Since I'm doing the architecture digest for the design of the abandoned quarry in New York, I designed it, and when it comes down to it, the reason why the architecture abandoned quarry because of the waterfalls, and when it comes down to it, each of the mansion have their own statistic and unique ways of getting to know how it absorb. The concrete has been deteriorated by the falls. As for the panels, it also deteriorate by the waterfalls. And when it comes down to it, each of the mansion has been have a great personality, have a great texture, have a great module. When it comes down to the module, they did expand it inside the house. And when it comes down to the inside it, it also creates its own sophisticated way, its own charismatic, and its own great posture. And when it comes down to it, the bathroom has a great view of the waterfall. The architect itself mentioned that it's more effective and efficient for each mansion. And when it comes down to it, each of the mansion has its own flaws, its own vulnerability, and its own texture. And when it comes down to it, each texture have its own colorful meaning. And when it comes down to it, there are times that each of the each of the houses, each of the rooms in the houses has its own own ways of getting to know each other. The fireplace has been have a great view of the waterfalls, and the waterfalls has been a great mindset of getting to know all the fountain, all the views. If you step outside, you could see all the waterfalls in there. And when it comes down to it, there are times that you have to figure out the meaning of getting to know the architecture. The architect had described this mansion has been a great storyline, and how it opens the book, and how it creates its own lines. And when it comes down to it, there are times that each of the houses have its own destination, and each destination have its own theoretical ways. The architect did mention when it comes down to his colleague, he did build a design which inspired by him, which concludes the modern and the pattern of its own texture, its own concrete, its own panels, and its own ways. So this would be a great idea in New York that you could see to believe it, and it counts as the greatest adventure of all time. Please subscribe, like, and comment.